Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rohit. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about the assignment operators, logical operators, and some more built-in functions which help us in understanding the content which I explain in this video. So in this particular video, I'm going to walk you through with first the assignment operators. So basically assignment operators are nothing but the operators which we basically use to assign or store a value inside it. Let us consider we are performing an addition operation of two numbers, let us say 2 and 3, in order to get the result of 5. So whenever we basically perform this addition operation, what we do is we basically take another variable and store the result in that particular variable. But whereas an assignment variable, let us consider we are doing we considered a as 2 and b as 3, and we have done a plus b. So in assignment operators, what we do is we basically assign the result back to the same variable a. So a is equal to a plus b. That is done using the assignment operators. And using these assignment operators, we can perform all the arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo operator, or floor division, etc. Second, I'm going to cover is the logical operators. So in our engineering, who has done engineering, so basically we have studied about a subject known as switching theory and logic design. In the switching theory and logic design, we have learned about many logical gates such as AND gate, OR gate, XOR gate, uh, NAND gate, NOT gate, etc. So we are basically in this logical operators, we are going to talk about these gates and how do they work. And the built-in functions which I'm going to cover in this video are the print function, sorry my bad, capital P, it's not capital P, it's small p, and the other built-in function I'm going to talk about is input. So this is the agenda of this particular video. So first, assignment operators. So what are the different types of assignment operators present? So the different types of assignment operators present are only the assignment, as in basically we are assigning a value to a variable. So whenever, for example, let us consider we have taken a let us consider we have taken a value a is equal to 5. Sorry, a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 6. So in order to perform an addition in normal this thing, what we do, we create another variable in order to store the result of the sum of these two numbers, that is a plus b. So we are going to print the value of c. Now we will get the answer as 11. But whereas in assignment operators, what we do is instead of creating this variable c, another variable, what we do is we basically store the result of the sum of these two numbers into this variable a. This is how assignment operators work, and this assignment operators, as I've previously mentioned, it is going to work for all arithmetic operators. So you can rewrite the same code as a is equal to 5, sorry, b is equal to 6, a is equal to a plus b. So what we are doing, we are taking a variable a, we are storing a value of 5. We are taking a variable b, we are taking a value of 6, and we are performing a plus b, and the result 11 is we are again storing back into the variable of a. This is how assignment operators works as far as addition, arithmetic addition is concerned. So again we are going to print out the value of a. We are getting this, and we can also, instead of writing this expression as a equal to a plus b, we can also perform the same operation in similar way. Like instead of writing the like this a is equal to a plus b, we can also write this as a plus equal to b, which also means the same. That is nothing but we are performing the addition on a and b and storing the result back into the variable a. We are going to get the same result. This is how assignment operator for arithmetic addition works like. In the same way, let us consider we want to basically also perform subtraction. So instead of plus, we do it as minus, and we give in normal subtraction. What we do is we do it like this. But whereas using an assignment operator, we do it like this. Instead of a plus b, we take it as a minus b, and again we are storing this result of a minus b in the value of a. We are getting minus 1, and we can also rewrite the same thing as we have written here, like this. Instead of this one, a is equal to a minus equal to b, which gives us the same result. This basically we can replicate the same for all arithmetic operators. This is how assignment operators in short works. Now coming to logical operators. So what are logical operators? So basically logical operators are the operators we basically use them to check whether the condition given is true or not. And I'm going to deep dive into this logical operators when I make a video in my upcoming videos pertaining to conditional constructs. So what are these logical operators? There are three types of logical operators. First, AND operator. Second, OR operator. Third, NOT operator. These are the three main important logical operators present in Python programming language. So what does AND do? Let us consider. We have given an input as A. Let us consider we have input A and input B, and we are getting an output. So whenever the input is 0, 0, the output is 1. I mean, output is 0. Sorry, my bad. When the input of A is 0, sorry, my bad. Sorry. When the input is 0 and the input of B is 1, then the result is going to be still 0. When the input of A is 1 and the input of B is 0, still it is going to be 0. When both the input of A as well as the input of B is 1, then we are going to get an output of 1. So based on this, we can say that if irrespective if whether both the inputs are 0 0 or any one of the input is true or any one of the input is false, then also the output is going to be 0. So by this we can say that if whenever a condition is given to be tested, so we check whether both the condition A and the condition B are true or not. If and only if both the conditions are true, then only the output is going to be true. So consider here 0 as false and 1 as true. So whenever the whenever the input is 0 0, the output is 0. Whenever the input is 0 and 1, the output is 0. Whenever the input is 1 and 0, the output is 0. Only when the input is 1 and 1, the output is 1. So by this we can say that AND operator is basically multiplying both the inputs, and based on the result it is giving whether the output is true or not. So based on this, in short, we can say that the output, whenever the condition specified, only the output will be true only if both the conditions are satisfied. This is how an AND gate works. This is AND gate. Next, coming to the OR gate. OR gate. How does OR gate work? So let us replicate this map as this truth table as it is. This table which have specified here in switching theory and logic design subject, we call it as truth tables. So basically why it is known as a truth table, because based on the conditions it is going to give us one bit of information, that is either the condition is true, overall the condition is true or false. So whenever the input is given as 0 0, in the output is going to be 0. Whenever the input is given as 0 1, the output is going to be 1. Whenever it is 1 and 0, it is going to be 1, and whenever it is going to be 1 and 1, it is going to be 1. So this is how an OR gate works. So by this we can say, if we compare AND gate and the OR gate, we can clearly say that in AND gate, if both the conditions are satisfied, then only the overall condition will get satisfied. But whereas in OR, it is the other way around. Where if at all one condition is satisfied, the overall condition is satisfied, because OR basically adds both the inputs to in order to give the desired output. I'm going to show you in my in this upcoming cells. Next, NOT gate. NOT gate is completely different from OR gate and AND gate. So how it is going to give? AND gate basically works on the principle of complement, bitwise complement operator, because as I have said in my previous video, whenever the input is given as true, the output is going to be false. Whenever the input is false, the output is true. So as I have previously said, let us consider 0 to be false and 1 to be true. Let us consider the input is false, the output is going to be true. If at all the input is true, the output is going to be, sorry, 1 minute, the output is going to be false. This is how a NOT operator works. Next, coming to the let us in the above cell, I have told that we have considered 0 to be false, and 1 to be true. So let us consider as it is. So in order to see the working of this practically, let us consider I have given the first input, that is 0 0 0, as in false and false. So false and false. So whenever you are basically specifying any boolean operator, these true and false are basically boolean operators in Python. I'm going to show you how can it be boolean. So in also false and false. So false is we have taken as 0. So the first input here is 0 and 0. So false and operator false. So it is going to return as false. So here also the output is false. Next input is nothing but false and true. False and true, and it is still going to be false. Next, true and false. True and false. False. It is still false. Next, true and true. Both are true. True and true. Then the output is going to be true. So based on that, we can say that if both the conditions are satisfied, then only it is going to be true, else it is going to be false. So we can also see here the condition is false. Let us say this false is as condition A, and this false is as condition B. If this is false and this is false, that is why we are getting false. Uh, Here one condition is false and one condition is true. Here according to the rule of AND, it is not both the conditions are not getting satisfied. That is the reason the overall condition is also not getting satisfied. That is why it is returning as false here. But whereas here both the conditions are true, and both the conditions are getting satisfied, we are getting a value of true. Same with the case of OR. I am going to show you the case of OR as well. Again, I am going to replicate this code. Sorry, my bad. 1 minute. Yeah, false. Replace this with OR. False or false. So false. So see 0 or 0, 0, false. And next is nothing but false and true. False instead of and, we are going to replace it with or. True. Why it is true? See, 0 and 1, false and true, false or true, true. Why it is why it is true? Because according to the rule of or operator, logical or operator, if at all one condition gets satisfied out of two, then the overall condition gets satisfied. So according to the rule of or, out of two conditions, if at all one condition gets satisfied, then the overall output is going to be true and the overall condition gets satisfied. Same with other these things, or true and true, I mean true and false. So instead of and, we basically replace it with or, true, because here one condition is satisfied. And again true and true. So here replace with and with or, and then true. This is how logical operators work. And coming to not operator, what are not operators? So not operator, whenever the input is given as false, it is going to give an output of true. Whenever the input is given as true, it is going to return as a false. So I'm going to show you. So not of true, then it is going to return a false. Not of false, then it is going to return as true. So here see, the input given as false, the output is true. The input given as false, the output is true. The input given as true, the output is false. The input given as true, output is false. This is how a not operator works. Next, coming to the print statement. What is a print statement? Let us consider. We have basically created created a variable a is equal to 5, b is equal to 6, c is equal to 7, d is equal to 8, and e is equal to a plus b, and f is equal to c plus d. So let us consider we have basically initialized 4 variables by giving values 5, 6, 7 and 8, and we are performing sum of two numbers. Here we are basically adding up a and b and storing the value result in e. In the same way, we are adding up c and d and we are storing the result in f. So so we want to see the result of e and f both, but we are getting the result of only the last one, that is f. But we wanted to see the result of e, that is 5 plus 6 and 11, and c plus d, that is 7 plus 8 as 15. Why are we getting only f, the value of f? The reason behind this is, in Python programming language, especially in Jupyter notebook or in any other web-based notebooks, if at all the last command which is present in the last line which is present in the program gets executed. So that is the reason, as the value of f is 15, that is the reason we are getting an output of 15. But if at all we want to have the value of both e and f, then in order to overcome this, we can rewrite this program in similar way. By instead of writing as normal e and f, we basically use the print statement, so which basically prints the value of e and the value of f both. That is the reason we are getting here the value of 11, that is 5 plus 6, which is stored in e, that is e, and f, that is 7 plus 8, which is 15, that is 15. So in order, for example, if you are basically performing performing any arithmetic operations on by creating multiple variables, and you want to see the result of each and every variable, then in that case it is better to use a print statement. If at all you basically directly give the name of the variable, then it is going to give the result of the variable which is being written in the last line of the code. This is how print statements comes comes to our rescue. Input. What is input? So let us consider we have basically hard coded the values here. We have given a as 5, b as 6, c as 7, d as 8. But if, for example, if you want to if you want to basically give our own values instead of hard coding the values, let us consider we want to give our own user values. Then in that case, what we have to do is we basically use the function of input. So input, this is a function which basically takes input from the keyboard, from the user. So let us look at the docstring. So docstring, what is a docstring? In my yesterday's video, in my previous video, I have told you that docstring is nothing but it is the description of the particular function that what it is going to do. So in input function, let us have a look. Let us have a look what it is going to do exactly. So in input, prompt is equal to, so input reads a string from the standard input. The trailing new line is stripped. So basically it is going to read an input from the user. So let us consider we have given as an input. So basically let us consider we have shift enter. So now it is basically asking for a user input. So it is asking me to enter a number, or it is asking me to give an input. So 5, let us consider I have given as 5, but I am getting the output as string, but I have entered the integer number. Why it is giving me as 5 in the string? Let us consider we have given a is equals to, we have given it to a variable, and we have entered the value of 5. If we basically have a look at the type of it, sorry, my bad, type of a, type of a, then it is going to give me a string, but I have entered a integer value. How? So so basically, if you want the type of a to be integer, see, if I again see b is equal to 5, I have given it like this. If I see the type of p, it is going to be integer, but here also I have given the same number 5, and here also I have given the same number 5, but here I am getting the type, the data type that is stored in this particular variable b is as int, but in this a I am getting it as string. Why? So in order to overcome this, what we have to do is we have to know the concept of typecasting. So what is typecasting? So what is typecasting? Typecasting is nothing but it is the process of converting the data from one type to another type is nothing but typecasting. This is typecasting. So let us consider we have given a is equals to input of, so we have given as 5, and we are looking at the type of the data that is present in this a, and we have got the type of a as string, but we want to typecast it as to that integer. So what we do is, we, instead of giving input, we basically give the value, we give the data type which in which we want in which we want the type should be int of input of. Then so what it is going to take, it is going to take an input as far as we have given the input function, and after taking the input, it is going to typecast it to the integer. So whenever we basically run this cell, and whenever we basically give the input as 5, and if we have a look at the value of type of a, it is going to give me as integer. So this is how typecasting comes into our rescue and comes into picture. So typecasting is nothing but it is a process of converting the data from one type to another type. So this is how built-in functions like input and print helps us. And apart from that, these are the assignment and the logical operators which are most important in Python programming language. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, and please hit the bell icon for more notifications and videos. Please stay safe, keep learning, and keep growing. Bye bye.